And we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Clint Capella's game is based on activity. He said, I'm going to outwork you the whole game. Maybe it's not on social media, but it's efficient. I'm not thinking I want to look nice or I want to make a nice move. I'm thinking about dominating the paint. Guys, I'm thinking about dominating sideline reporting.
You already do. You and he are winning players. David, thank you. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Danilo Gallinari.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. And I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Collins and Capella make up the inside pair. And the wings, Herter and Hunter. And it's Young in at the point. And for Boston, Smart in the backcourt with Brown to his side. Jason Tatum is out there with Horford, and it's Williams at the 5. Home in the paint. And so off the tip, it's Boston. And midway through the season, some players going above and beyond. Terrific performances. So, Steve, is the contract year boost a myth, or is it a real thing?
Kevin, it's a very real thing. A lot of players play much harder in a contract year.
Now, here is Young. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Over Smart. Good work defensively by Smart. And so Horford will bring it up for the Celtics. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
That was the key message going in. Be efficient. Everyone was on the same page, and you got a chance to see the results.
And not every pig can hit from there, but Horford has that versatility because that man has put in the work.
You're Smart. Softly drops in the floater.
And I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
And you think back to that 2017 draft, scouts trying to poke holes in Tatum's game, but really, he just needed a little time to develop his skills and get stronger.
Here's Brown. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Unselfish play by Tatum, getting it to a shooter in rhythm instead of chasing his own shot.
Tatum against Hunter. Back to Young. Capella sets a screen for Young. Pass to Capella. Over Williams. And it's Capella missing. And without naming names, it feels like Tatum, is starting to dominate other all-stars at his position.
And now his game is so complete. Regularly over 40% from three. He can drive it, post you up. The only success defenders have is when they guess right.
Some changes for Boston. Williams, he's checked in for Robert Williams. Josh Richardson comes in for Tatum. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Smart. On defense, the Celtics. Right outside. Pass to Williams. Outside, Bogdanovich. 5 to shoot. To end the run. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
For whatever reason, they came in a little tight tonight. That should loosen them up.
Now, here's Brown. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Charlotte.
And it wasn't just the scoring. He also impacted the game on the glass. Terrific all-around effort.
Celtics making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Richardson against Bogdanovich. Pass to right. Back to Bogdanovich. Three-pointer. No good on the last-second attempt there. And so it's the Boston Celtics holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll get right back to the action.
Fans, your Celtics answer.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
It looks like they're ready to run today, fellas. They keep getting out on the break whenever they can.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
On the court for Atlanta, at the guard positions, Young and Herter. Okongwu is out there with John Collins, and it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward position. Now, here is Young. Against Phoenix, he was really on his game. On deep, Collins, and Tatum pulls it down. Boston leading by 8.
And one of the bigger names in free agency, John Collins, ends up re-signing with Atlanta. Didn't see too much of a bigger market for him during the process. And he fits in so well with the future of this team.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Atlanta Hawks are back. Last season, they won the Southeast Division for the first time in 6 seasons. With quality players at every position, things are starting to gel. Trae Young said, "This feels good. We just have a lot of belief in each other." Guys, they are poised to be good for a long time.
Well, they've clearly made the turn, David. Thanks. Brownie's checked in for Pritchard. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Capella's checked in. Young against Schroeder. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Young.
Good scoring field by Trae Young inside, finding a path to a beautiful shot.
2 minutes.
Williams inside. Young's there. Williams kicks to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And you can tell Brown has a mind for the game. Calls the pick and roll and works it to perfection.
Bogdanovich with a screen on Schroeder. Here's Young. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. And Greg, you made your money on the defensive end. What was the toughest kind of player to defend? A one-on-one guy or a constant movement type of player?
I've always will say that it's harder to guard movement. You know, as a defender, you drill a lot about guarding the basketball. But when a guy is great without it, man, that is the hardest job you can have defensively.
Here's Young. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. It's Young on the wing. Incredible numbers looking at his scoring averages. He's currently scoring more than 28 points a game.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Boston with the ball. After the basket by Bogdanovich. Here's Tatum. And he uses the glass on the layup. Tatum's got the lead up to 10 now for the Celtics.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
Here's Young, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Tatum passes to Schroeder. Floats it up for Williams, and the slam by Williams.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
Here's Young. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Lets it go, and again it's Boston converting.
And some question Brown's jumper coming into the league. Now no one is because of shots like that.
And so it's Boston, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Jason Tatum. You have been rolling early. How did you get in that rhythm?
Just staying aggressive. Just continue to get in the gym and see some go in. It feels good to see them go in early, and it feels good to have us have a good start. Hopefully we keep it up.
Yeah, it was flowing great in that first half, Jay. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
Checking out Boston, they've been stuck in the middle tier. Not good enough to challenge for a chip, but not bad enough to get a high draft pick. They're really going to need their young guys to take a step forward in their development.
Now let's talk first half. The production from Jason Tatum has been special. He is in the zone.
He gets on a roll, and defensively, before you know it, you've lost control of the situation. I'm not sure how you can slow this guy down now. He's primed for an excellent second half.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Outside, the wings are Brown and Tatum. Horford is out there with Williams, and it's Smart into the point. That's the Boston 5. Capella sets a screen for Hunter. Inside, it's tipped. Smart with the ball, and Young picks him up defensively. Back to Smart. Here's Tatum. He's got 9. Here he goes. And slam dunk by Tatum.
How about Tatum there with the finish with some authority above the rim.
Smart against Young. The pass to Hunter. This one for 3. Kept alive. And finished off by Collins.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
Here's Hunter, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Smart passes to Williams. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Launches it. Smart misses. The Hawks trail by 12. And here is Hunter. No points in the game yet for him. Capella with a screen on Smart. And he trims the lead to single digits.
Hard to defend Trae Young from out there because he's a master at creating space.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first. Well, the backstory of Clint Capella is interesting, as he was only the second player, Greg, from Switzerland to make it to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, you don't think of basketball right away when you think of Switzerland, but the game has grown so much in Europe over the years. Guys like Capella, who might have gone into soccer at one point, are now gravitating towards hoops.
So Boston going with almost an entire new grouping. Williams, he's checked in for Robert Williams. Richardson comes in for Tatum. Pritchard, he's checked in for Brown. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Marcus Smart. Williams passes to Gallinari. Back to Williams. Hawks passing it around. Gallinari outside. Outside, Bogdanovich. Over Richardson. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Bogdanovich.
Relentless offensive efforts pays off for Bogdanovich, putting up points on the board.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Passes it to Horford. Over Okongwu. Horford gets the bucket. Horford's got 5.
And no doubt, Horford's size gives him an advantage in any physical altercation on the floor. He isn't going to back down.
The third quarter comes to a close. Celtics out in front, leading by 9. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Come on, fans.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And Schroeder's got the ball here for the Celtics. They've led by as many as 14 points. On the court for Atlanta, Trae Young is out there with Lou Williams. Then there's Gallinari. Then it's Collins. And it's Okongwu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Now into the lineup for the Hawks, DeAndre Hunter.
Now Young. Okongwu with the screen for Young over Horford. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Young.
Trae Young has no wasted motion to get his shot off even when space is tight.
Schroeder kicks to Brown. Schroeder dishes to Brown. To the inside. And the rejection by Collins. And Young, here we go. And he converts the layup.
Trae Young doesn't get rattled and plays very well under pressure.
Outside Tatum. Hunter against Brown.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Back to Tatum. Horford with the screen on Collins. Takes it inside and slam dunk by Tatum.
Diverse in terms of his offensive talents. Tatum is the type of player who you expect to score at least 20 every night.
Pass to Williams. There's a screen by Collins. Williams can't hit.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Tries the spin move. And the rejection by Collins.
Right there, the length of Collins proving to be the difference. Not in my house, he says.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Outside, Smart. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Back to Brown. Good, and Smart gets the assist. And the Celtics lead by 11.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Celtics.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jason Tatum.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
And the Hawks with possession here. Down by 12. Here's Young. Williams with the block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
And a block like that sends a message. One, that says we're not giving up this lead.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Hunter. He feeds it to Okongwu. Williams with the block. Richardson with it. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Al. Big offensive night for you. How were you able to get to your spots where you like to score?
Guys were just finding me, and so it kind of freed me up a little bit and allowed me to get more shots. And we were flying around the whole game.
And you guys moved the ball, one of the best teams in the league, Al. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. As New Balance presents our player of the game, Jason Tatum.